Hello, everybody. It's me, Clarissa. I'm so very glad to be back and talking to you again this week. I hope everybody had a great week and has an even greater week coming. 2020 is almost finished, so that's kind of crazy. Kind of blinked and then it went by. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm very excited to talk about this topic. I talked to my grandma with it and we both came up with some points that we think are very cool. So let's get started. These readings are basically talking about how the best way to prepare us for Christ who is coming, because we never know when he's coming, because he's like a thief in the night. We never know when he's coming. So, basically, let's see. Sorry, I have a lot of notes written down. So what are we supposed to be doing when waiting for Christ? And I guess that basically falls into, what do you think you're supposed to be doing? When we talked about this, we came up with, I narrowed it down to 5 top things that I felt like we should be doing. And the first one is trusting him and his plan. I don't think I could put it like this. So basically meaning we all know that God has a plan for each and every one of us, and we never know what it's going to be, and we need to face the fact that we don't have control over it. And me myself, I find it very hard because I'm not a control freak, but I love having plans and knowing what's going to happen. So knowing that I have a plan for me and I don't know the outcome of it is really scary. For example, taking this year off from school was very hard. I love going to school. School is my passion. I want to be a teacher. So I just see myself being in school for the rest of my life. So being off this year was very hectic because I didn't know what to do. Going to work all the time, I just made myself a routine. I got up, I went to work, I would get out of work, I would go get something to eat, I would maybe work out. If not, if I didn't really feel like it, I wouldn't. Then I would go to sleep, and then I would do the same thing every day because I like to have a plan. And adjusting to a new plan was very scary because I always thought that I would go to elementary school, go to middle school, go to high school, right after high school, go to college, finish it straight through, and then become a teacher. And in that, also put in there, I would find a boyfriend, get to know him, maybe be with him for a couple of years, get married, have kids, this, that. And I'm 20 and a half years old and I've been single for my whole life. And that's just what God put in my plan, because I think that we both feel that I feel like it's better for me to be by myself. But coming in to the age of 21 is kind of scary that I've never had a boyfriend, but that's the plan that he has for me. And the plan that he had for me was taking off from school for a year, and it's been really hectic, but I guess he did it for a reason, because COVID made school very hard. Caring for my friends lately, has COVID made school very hard this semester, and they all feel like they're struggling a lot. So I'm very grateful that he put it in my plan that I was taking this year off. And it's very hard for me to know that I don't have control of it, but I love it at the same time because I don't like surprises, but when I do get them, they're pretty cool. But anyways, trusting him also means don't fall into everyday negativity, because we know Satan is going to be in our ear every day saying that God doesn't care about us. God doesn't understand what we're going through. He is making you do all these hard things for no reason. So with that being said, he's kind of putting it in our head that we're fighting all these different obstacles for no reason, but we all know that we fight them for a certain reason. So basically, falling into negativity every day it sucks. It can be very hard to stay positive all the time, but that comes with trusting him and his plan. He doesn't want to see any of us angry and bitter, because that's not the lifestyle that he wants us to live. But staying positive and remembering everything has a purpose is what's going to get us through the bad days and get us through life and everyday activity. So I shouldn't have said activity, because that sounds like we're working out, and I don't really like to work out. Not anymore, actually, which I probably should. Anyways, I talk a lot. So that was the first thing that we came up with, was just trusting him and knowing that he is doing good by us in everything that he does. The second thing is pursuing our faith. Like I said before, it's easy to become angry and bitter, but we need to worship him with a positive mind. Um, with that being said, the way that I pursue my faith is this. I love doing youth. I love doing kids' youth. I feel that's what he's called me to do. And it's just something about it that makes me feel a little bit more happier. I know everybody has a different way of pursuing their faith, and it's just finding yours. I prayed a lot about it. I thought a lot about it, and it came to me so easy because I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I've always wanted to help people get through things. I've always wanted people to be able to understand things more, and I feel like I have a way of helping people understand things more just because I've always had people help me understand things more. I've had great teachers in my life. I have great aunts, great uncles. My mom and my dad, they always find a way to chop things down for me. That way I can understand it better. So I feel like this is the way that I am pursuing my faith. And so everybody has a different way, so you just have to find yours. The second one is serving others. And what I wrote next to this one was, God gives us simple tasks to prepare us for bigger ones later, which he does. What's a good example? I could use work as an example. I was giving a lot of little tasks, and I got overwhelmed with it for a little bit, but at the same time it was preparing me for my promotion. I am a manager at Domino's. I've been a manager for about a year now, and it's kind of crazy, but I wouldn't have been able to become a manager if my managers hadn't put so much pressure, not so much pressure on me, but given me so many opportunities to be a boss, which I am very thankful for. What did I write next to this? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I do that a lot, but I have it marked and not marked. I don't know. Anyways, so just serving others. It could just be as simple as going and helping somebody. It could be as simple as you having a job. It could be as simple as you washing the dishes, doing the laundry, cleaning the living room. I try to keep everybody in a positive attitude. I know I've said that before. I try to keep everybody as happy as possible as work, because you never want to work in a negative environment, and that comes back to staying positive and remembering that everything happens for a reason. I just think positivity is the number one thing that we should have in life these days, especially in these difficult times. And it's kind of hard to, I know it can be kind of hard. My brothers get very negative at times, and it's kind of hard for me to stay positive around them because I just want to fall into their negativity. And then we'll talk about it a little bit, and it's kind of good. We're all around the same age. I'm 20. One of my brothers is about to turn 16. The other one's about to turn 18. So we're about a 4-year age gap. And so we kind of all think alike at this point, and so it's easier for us to talk to each other. I'm at that age with my mom where I can just talk to her about things, and it's kind of nice that I don't have to be scared of my mom, that I can just talk to her about life. And I think that's one way that I serve too, because there's a lot of people that can't talk to a lot of people. At work, a lot of people feel like they can talk to me, and I love that. So I don't want to say I'm like a therapist. I would never want to be a therapist because I cry a lot and I get very emotional. But with people that I know, I don't, because I know they don't need me to cry. But with people that I don't know, I would probably cry. I know, I'm opposite. That's kind of weird, huh? Anyways, that's the third thing that I have. The second one is be watchful and expectant. So the way that I put it in my words is we need to wait for his answers. He answers prayers all the time, but rarely does he answer them like we expect it to be. We can pray and pray and pray, and he's going to answer every single one of them, but that doesn't mean he's going to answer them the way that we want him to. He's not just going to give us things. We have to work for it. He'll give us a little push to it, but it is our job to find. He's probably, in my experience, I think I've always been given 2 paths, and I think he's always just tried to test me in that way. Do I want to go left or right? And that's the way that he's always answered my prayers, and I feel like it does a good job for me because I consider both sides. With other people, he may just give them little hints to the right one, but he will never lead us the wrong way. And a lot of people, I feel, don't understand that. But he's never going to lead you the wrong way. He might show you the wrong way, but that doesn't mean he's going to lead you to it. So another thing is being grateful. A lot of people, myself included, tend to forget about the little things that he's done for us. I know that I forget a lot when I get angry or I get bitter, but when I try to be positive again and remember the good things that he's given me, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, the shoes that I have on, the pants that I'm given, he didn't have to give those to me. There's a lot of people that don't have these little things. I'm in a nice, warm, cozy home right now, and that's all just because he does everything that he can for me, and I need to focus on the good and not the bad. Yes, my car is going crazy right now, but at least I have a car to get me from point A to point B. Before this, I couldn't get my phone to work, and I was getting very frustrated because I thought I wasn't going to be able to film the video. But then I remembered that I needed to calm down, and I found a camera. My mom said we had a camera somewhere, and I didn't even know we had one, so it's kind of cool, I guess. Little things like the pen that I wrote with, the spiral that I found, the shirts on our back, the food in my fridge, my dogs. We all just need to realize that being grateful every day can help us be more positive and leading us to the life that he wants us to live, which is a happy life. And I feel that along the way that a lot of us forget that, but it's okay. I mean, we're not perfect, obviously, and he doesn't want us to be, but he does want us to try to be the best versions of ourselves. And I feel like that's the least that we can give him back after all that he's done for us. But that's what I took out of the readings this week and preparing for us. And I feel like that's what it needs to look like when we're waiting for him. And I feel like that's what Advent is also. That is also what Advent is really about, is just waiting for him to come. We are preparing for his birth because his birthday's on Christmas. Whoop, whoop. It's almost Christmas time. Well, it is Christmas time. I don't know. Yeah, because it's December. But it is the second Sunday of Advent, and lighting this candle means peace, and peace we find with Christ. And that was one thing that my grandma told me, and it really stuck with me. But basically, we're just preparing for him to come. And what I believe Andrew told me this when we were talking about who was doing what videos this week. Father John said it's not just about anticipation but participation, and I feel that these 5 bullet points that I've given you are very much participation. And anticipation can suck. I hate waiting for things, but I feel like participation makes it go by very fast. I say that at work a lot too. I started saying it when Andrew told me anticipation, not just anticipation, but participation. And I told them at work, if we all just work and get through the shift, it'll make it go by faster, because I know we hate waiting to go home because all of us want to go home. So I hope you picked up a little bit on this, and I hope it helped you realize that we have a lot that we can be doing while waiting for Christ, and we all can work on ourselves. And yeah, so I hope everybody has a good week. I hope everybody has a great rest of the year. This is high school. I believe I'm doing a different grade next week, so hopefully I get to see y'all before Christmas and say Merry Christmas. But if I don't, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. 2021, I hope, is a lot better for all of us. I know it has been a crazy year. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Keep wearing your mask, because the more we wear a mask, the less people get sick. But remember, guys, I love you all, and I hope you have a happy week. Bye.